But right from the outset, let me recognize the beautiful people of Kalahari South. And let me applaud them for the decision they made over this weekend. Just last week, others from the other aisle were very animated and chanting and telling us how Botswana had lost hope and that they were not going to vote for the umbrella for democratic change. Botswana told them and showed them exactly what they prefer. There is no alternative. They still believe in the UDC. You see, but the problem with the BCP, comrades, if I were to offer unsolicited advice, your problem is a problem of leadership. I don't know if you are shy about it. There can never be a situation where you have a leader who leads you to defeat each and every election and you still keep him there. Let him go. You can see that your leader is a failure. Let him go. You have other quite capable people.
Procedure, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Lucas is there. Honorable Kapinga is there.
Mr. Speaker, kana kanye boela gantsi e le gore ba bua di kgantse ba itswele tsona se ba maru bana le gore Honorable Lu, the leader of the opposition BCP, o sale antsi mo maemo mme o tsene na go elengwe hela le boko mme ga ba bue gore boko ene o swantse gore a tswe boko o le jisitse la boela a jewa ke dithopo so a ke tso ra motho a jelwe ke dithopo ke le gore o ka thola o ema ha o ntse o bua ka yo winne motho o jelwe yo.
Clarification, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, honorable members.
Clarification.
Yeah, I get them. O ta clarify ko honorable Modise again. Honorable members, tswentse and go mo ke a bona gore ke trend ya ma parliament ba itseng tsamaiso. There is no point of procedure there, Honorable Dr. Ocha. Honorable Modise.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It gives credence to the point I'm making. It's an issue of leadership. The honorable member here is a so-called leader in the BCP. But listen to what he's saying. So, comrades, if you don't review your leaders, you're never going to win another election. 2029, we're not a 2029, I can assure you that. I live a BDP. Maybe, Mr. Speaker, let me start with a few rebuttals. Ordinarily, I would have delved into what the leader of the opposition was sharing, but instead of getting alternatives, and this is something that the leader of the opposition does all the time, instead of giving us alternatives of how they, if given a chance, they will run the country, we get treated to a feast of straw man arguments and ad hominem attacks. That's all there was. Straw man argument after straw man argument, and ad hominem attacks.
Clarification.
Honorable Kapinga, comrade. Honorable Kapinga asked a very important question, a question of values. I was listening very attentively when you spoke about values. That where we are as a government, our values should be visible. They should be expressed. Now, honorable member, I don't know how you forgot this, because I know and I remember, as a matter of fact, that I was with you. One of the first declarations that the president of our republic made when he started office, he said, the UDC government is going to be a human rights-based government. Talk about value. He did not just say that. He demonstrated indeed, Honorable Kapinga, I was with you, when helicopters and four-wheel vehicles and government departments and NGO and tourists descended into that quiet village of Metiamano. I was with you, Honorable Kapinga, when the
Clarification.
demonstrated its value.
Clarification.
When we laid to rest our beloved brother, who had been languishing in a mortuary at the hands of the BDP for over 3 years, the UDC government demonstrated its values, that we are a human rights-centered government. Not only did we end there to demonstrate this value, Just recently, we brought to this House a National Development Plan 12 and a Botswana Economic Transformation Plan. At the core of that plan, at the core of that program is inclusivity. We argue that we want to build a Botswana that is inclusive, an economy that leaves no one behind. We mentioned interventions for women. We mentioned interventions for the youth, interventions for the disabled and the marginalized, showing that as a new government, one of our values is inclusivity, and this will also be espoused in the constitutional review that is coming up. So I don't know how you missed this, honorable member, but this was just a kind reminder to you that indeed our values are visible in this government. Honorable Botswana, you were your usual animated self, too concerned with peripheral and superficial issues, as usual. I have no problem with that. But you see, you also seem to forget very quickly. One of your concerns was that the president did nothing to respond to the state of health, Mogaule. On the 25th of August, 2025, only 2 months ago.
Clarification.
Not 3 months, not 6 months, not a year. Only 2 months. Even if you want to argue cognitive decline, which I understand. The president declared a state of emergency to deal with the health crisis in the country. Now, for you to stand over there and be animated and claim that the president must be impeached, he must go, no. Let me remind you again kindly, as I always do. The president is going nowhere. He's here to stay. Like I said to you, 2029, Ram Musesa for his second term, when you'll be at home watching. No,
clarification.
The president, if you want to consider any impeachment proceedings, should be against yourself. Because we can't have an honorable member who has a 2-month memory span. No, you can't. Only in 2 months, and you've already forgotten that we had a state of emergency. No, we can't. If we are to have any impeachment proceedings, they should be against yourself. Honorable Mabuse, it's a shame that he has left the House. But I was going to add, because he spoke about the legacy left by the BDP. Yes, indeed. Honorable, you left a legacy. You left a legacy of a failed education system. You left a legacy of dilapidated classrooms, a legacy of a demoralized, unresourced, a low-paced, low-morale workforce. You left a legacy. You left a legacy of hospitals without maintenance plans. You left a legacy of clinics that are crumbling, ceilings falling on top of patients. You left a legacy. What a terrible legacy you left for us. That was not enough, honorable member. You left a legacy of a failed economy, an economy that we have to grapple with. Oh, you left a legacy for us. So when you mention all the things that the BDP has done, kindly don't forget to add those, honorable member. On the issue of Zimbabwe, I don't want anybody getting this point twisted. Bagarona, Renali tirisano mogole mahatsi aba pile le rona re Lucas. Le hatsi la Zimbabwe re tswa gakala rena le tirisano le lone. Le mo mererong ya tsa melemo go ntse hela jalo. Ba ne ba dirisana le rona hela jaaka le rona re kgona go dirisana le bone. Ga se bone hela. Namibia ba mo teng, South Africa ba mo teng, Lesotho ba mo teng. Jaanong go tlhoka go utlwisisa kgang ye le gore re bereka mmogo jang. E be re tshwanetse gore o botse. O bo re ha batho re tang le boneng re sweletse jaanong re tsaya thuso ko Zimbabwe ke go tlhoka boikarabelo ke go tlhoka go bolelela Botswana boammaruri. It's deceitful, it's beneath the office of Member of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I want to get to the state of the nation as addressed by the President. Under the theme, steady path, delivering on our promise, one step at a time. And before I get to matters of healthcare, I want to start in other sectors to show how holistic the State of the Nation address was. It was in 3 snapshots. The one, the president set the tone and described for us where as a nation we are coming from. And also added that we must reflect on who we are as a Botswana. Reflect on our values, the spirit of Ipelere, the spirit of working hard that is in the DNA of us as Botswana. That through challenging times we have always emerged. And what we are facing currently is also a challenge that we will emerge from. The president didn't end there. He went forth to give hope and how we intend to turn things around. I will start with the creative sector. The president and the UDC government must be applauded for their efforts within the creatives. 200 million from 2 million set aside for buying content from our content creators. We have a lot of content creators who are not able to monetize and benefit from their talent. It could be singers, could be comedians, poets, you name them. We now are showing an intention as the new government that we are going to invest in our creatives. But I've been listening since the pronouncement, and one of the cries that the creatives have out there is when these efforts are made, usually there isn't a trickle-down effect. So I'd like to encourage the minister to listen to this and also make sure that it is our creatives who benefit from this, not people in administration, not people who have nothing to do with the creative art. 200 million. We have also made efforts to set up rehabilitation centers. We have a rehabilitation center that is almost completed in Serowe. And we are working with the private sector to make sure that there isn't just 1 or 2, that in all our districts we have youth-friendly rehabilitation centers. Could be with issues of alcohol abuse, issues of drug use. We want to have youth-friendly rehabilitation centers and not send our people to hospitals that have stigma for this. We spoke, Honorable Ramogapi, that we were going to give our people a 30% reduction in water tariffs. Not only water tariffs, and also to make energy affordable. We did so for electricity. They cannot see this. These are efforts that members in the opposition do not see, but gladly, these are efforts that Botswana can see. Imagine Botswana, the old lady in Tswapong South, who calls and appreciates that her livelihood has been changed. Motho wa Modimo na amogela 830 pula. Jaanong o mo boitumelong jo bo seng kana ka se. A re le ha le sa goroga ko le rileng la go mpate. Ngwana ka gompieno ke amogela 1,400. Bona motsadi wa go Tswapong South. Wena o bo ema ha. O bo re UDC government has not done anything. You must be very careful.
Elucidation.
Granted.
Elucidation of Ramogapi.
Honorable Modise, we present how lebeletse Botswana ka ha ba thaloganyang ebile o re sa tswa go tswa mo dithopong ka teng. A ha o bone le gore go ketsega ga margin wa UDC ne le yone go supa gore tota Botswana ba itumetse ebile ba bona pharologanyo e tona e puso ya UDC dirang. Ke a leboga.
Modise.
These elections were a vote of confidence to the UDC government. It was a vote of confidence. And if anyone else is in doubt, there is another by-election in Moromautu. We are going to win it. Mr. Speaker, speaking on issues of governance, I'm just going to touch a little bit on the sectors. One that is interesting that honorable members want to conveniently not talk about is the constitutional amendment bill that is coming before us this sitting. A bill that seeks to set up a constitutional court, a first in our country. An apex court that will deal with issues of the constitution. They want to belittle and demean these efforts as if the efforts amount to nothing. We are going to have a completely inclusive constitutional review process, and the product that will emerge is a product that you will see yourself in Ngamiland, in Okavango, in Hansi, in Boteti, in Gauteng, It must be a constitution that Botswana can be proud of, a constitution that reflects their desires. Not what we saw being done in the last administration, where we had issues of suggestions not being included at the convenience of the leaders at that time. We are going to have a genuine constitutional review that will have participants being educated and having the requisite knowledge on how to engage with the task force on this matter. And we are going to take it to the Constitutional Court that we are setting up for ratification. That you don't agree with it? Yes, there's many ways of doing it. Just accept that this is going to be our way of doing it. Mr. Speaker, the President removed doubt from anyone's mind who could be thinking that we will succumb to our challenging circumstances, that we will rise. He mentioned that Rome was not built in a day, but I am glad. After 1 year, Rome is taking shape. Break after break, Rome is taking shape. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, on the health front, we have already taken corrective measures to address the decades-old challenges besetting our health system. We remain resolute in ensuring that our people have continuous access to all essential medicines they need. And I want to urge honorable members, the same energy and vigor that you had when there were no medicines in the clinics and in the hospitals, please maintain it. Now that we are rolling out medicines, maintain that energy and vigor. Tell people that medicines are arriving. Tell people, go and have a press conference and tell them. Go to radio stations and talk about it, just like you do when medicines are not there. Mr. Speaker, just this Wednesday, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Republic of India, which will help us have more access to medicines and medical supplies that our people desperately need. As many of you are aware, India is a powerhouse when it comes to medicines and medical commodities, manufacturing and distribution. Our cooperation with them will definitely leave us far much better than we have been in the medicine supply area. Still on the issue of medicines and medical commodities, I want to take this opportunity once more, Mr. Speaker, to assure Botswana that the current challenges are temporary. The steps that we have taken will ensure continued supply of medicines to our people, and they have already started to bear fruits.
Clarification.
In fact, for ARVs, given the pace at which we are making progress, we expect the situation to stabilize earlier, and I expect you to talk about it, Honorable Dumelan Salishand.
Clarification.
Mr. Speaker, as the President stated in the SONA, we intend to achieve universal health coverage for all our people. We intend to increase the universal health care index from 55 to 75%. This speaks to the value of inclusivity I was talking about, Honorable Kapinga. Here is a government that says no Botswana should face financial ruin because of their health care. Here is a government that says you should not have a two-tier healthcare system, one for the rich and one for the poor people. Here is an inclusive government. This is one of our values.
Clarification,
We intend to achieve this, Honorable Kaman.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Comrade, we I wanted Botswana must remember, kind of when we say human rights-based government, looking at the example Yagore, kana looking at the fact that the previous government had a member of the Kalahadi South people, motoring for 4 years, and it didn't even take him 1 week and that is why human rights-based government. It shows that UDC is a human rights-based government. And Luna as the BCP, you've never ever spoken about this thing for 4.5 years. So today I want to
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Kamalti.
Order, honorable members. Then you want a 58.4. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Kamalti. As I was saying, honorable members, on the theme of inclusivity, we seek to achieve this universal health coverage, Honorable Kapinga, using the National Health Insurance. And we've already started our stakeholder engagements. We are consulting widely, and I hope honorable members are also participating, because we don't want a situation where in the end you receive the bill and then you treat it as a foreign document. We want you to participate. We want you to shape what the NHI will look like. Please build the appetite to throw in your suggestions. Mr. Speaker, I am also happy that there's been a relocation of primary healthcare services from the Ministry of Health to the Ministry of Local Government, bringing services closer to the people, bringing services closer to the communities. We are working on transforming our health system to turn it from a curative styled healthcare system to a preventative healthcare system that will emphasize screening and primary healthcare. We are going to deploy community health workers who will be in touch with the people at a local level, and we will be able to get real-time data and statistics where we are from these community health workers. I see my time is up, Mr. Speaker. I thank you very much.